Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Bama saltwater fishing video. We are out actually kind of far today out on the Gulf for the bay boat. We're sitting in 332 feet of water. We're right on a nice drop off, very close contour lines to where it goes into the 100 fathom line, which is just south of us right now. That means it's 600 feet. We're going to be trolling along this edge looking for some nice summertime pelagics, preferably a wahoo and mahi. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm using and get some baits in the water. Now these are the two lures I'm going to start out with. This is a Yo-Zuri Bonita, very popular lure. You can pull it at a high speed, you can pull it along with other plugs. It's just a great lure overall. And then the other lure I'm going to be pulling, this is a Rapala Husky Magnum Deep Diver. This is a 25 foot plus in that ultraviolet color. Now these are spooled up with some cable. This is 49 strand, 250 pound cable, crimped, doubled over, just like that to a black barrel swivel. And then this one is 90 pound, crimped and doubled over as well. Now my setup today for this Yo-Zuri Bonita is a Shimano Tyrannos 20. This is a 2-speed reel on a Crowder rod. This is actually a 6 foot, 50 to 60 pound rod with a roller tip on there. Simple trolling setup. It's not huge, but it should be able to get the job done today. So hopefully we can test it out. But I do have a 100-pound braid because I do use this a lot for heavy bottom fishing. But this is a 100-pound braid to a wind-on leader, 150-pound mono, crimped to a ball-bearing barrel swivel. So let's go ahead and hook our Yo-Zuri Bonita up to this. And that mono leader is going to help absorb the shock, because I like to use braid for most scenarios, but you definitely want to have some sort of shock absorption when pulling fast lures like this after pelagic fish. Now we are pretty much 40 miles out right now, so we're going to be trolling from 250 feet all the way out to 600 just along these breaks. And since I am in a smaller boat, I'm just going to be pulling these two lures and that's it. Normally I would like to put a third one way back, but this is all I can kind of manage on my own. So we're going to go ahead and pick up the speed here and get these lures out. Now we have both of our lures set out. We got the one at 25 foot, then that Yo-Zuri Bonita is going to cover a little bit higher water column. So we're coming up on about 448 feet of water right here. We're just on some really nice contour lines. So that's about it. There's not much to it other than covering some ground. Something hit it. That's not my hooks that did that. Something hit that lure. Look at those teeth marks. We're actually only like 20 miles away from land. So I'm just gonna drop down a little fish finder rig with a 7/0 circle hook and 60-pound fluorocarbon. See if we can catch us some snapper. The trolling bite was terrible. I think it had something to do with that full moon, and the water was not nearly as clear as it was a couple weeks ago after all this rain we've had. So we're gonna see if we can find us something to take home at least. Come on. Oh, there it is. Whatever it is just small and feisty. Not quite for sure, but I guess we'll see when we get it up here. Little bitty snapper. First fish of the day. There you go. I'll put on a cigar minnow this time. Nice mangrove. I'll take that. Look at that mangrove snapper. What a beautiful fish. And that's a nice gray snapper. So we're gonna throw that one on ice. But these are so good to eat. Man, they're delicious. They only have to be 12 inches too, so I will take those any day. Beautiful fish. I brought out these ballyhoo to troll, but trolling just sucked today, so might as well use them. I don't refreeze the bait because it can get mushy. So we're just gonna take another one of these ballyhoo. I just hook it through that hard part of the cartilage in their head. Kind of break off that bill so it doesn't get tangled up in your line. Now what I'm going to do is cut it in half so we just have a piece of cut bait and we can make 2 baits out of this one fish. Let's get this bait back down there and see what else we can catch. Pretty slow day. All right, that's back down again. I wouldn't mind a box full of those mangroves. Oh, okay, a little bit better fish. Yeah, there we go. That's the fight I've been looking for. It started out just a tiny little bite, and then suddenly it just yanked it out of my hand. That's why I stuck my foot out. I was like, let me stop my rod from going into the rail. But let's pull this fish up, see what it is. My wrist hurts so bad. I have a bad wrist from the Army. But, oh, that paid off right there. Oh, flip. Oh, another nice mangrove snapper. I think I found the trick to getting them today. Well, like I was saying, I have a bad wrist from the Army. I had an armored hatch fall on it. So it kind of, if you see me reeling kind of funky and using the rail and stuff, that's why. It really hurts to grip like that. The pain kind of shoots through my forearm. But hey, we still get it done. So let's look at this fish. See, that is a great example of a gray snapper or mangrove snapper. You can call them black snapper as well. But these are absolutely amazing. They don't get giant, but they do get nice sizes. Like this one right here is a great size for out in the Gulf reef fishing. I think they're absolutely beautiful looking fish. They fight hard. You can catch them year round and keep them year round too. They don't have a closed season. But these jokers can be pretty smart. Awesome, let's throw them on ice and get another bait out. So, most of y'all fish, obviously this is a fishing channel. Comment down below what your favorite type of bait to use is, whether it's live bait, artificial, what kind of live bait or cut bait in this instance. What do you have the most success on or enjoy using the most? Go leave a comment down below. Well, I sure am happy to have a T-top today. All right, it's raining pretty good. Big wall of rain. I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit and run to my next spot and see if we can get some fish. It's a struggle. It's time to get redemption from yesterday and check out that reef. It is loaded. Let's grab a whole frozen cigar minnow. I'm not even gonna butterfly it or anything. I'm just gonna hook it one time through the head just like that. So I'm using the same type of rig. This is a spinning rod. This is a Shimano Saragosa size 8,000 with 50-pound braid and an 8-foot heavy Talus PX rod. I didn't bring any of my conventional stuff today because I actually went out tarpon fishing this morning with no success, so I just brought spinning tackle. It's time to make a drop and see if I can catch a red snapper to take home and add to those mangroves that I caught yesterday. There's nibbles. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's a good one. I think that'll be a keeper. I normally don't snapper fish with spinning rods. I'm glad I had the heavy one on. It's not a bad fish. Come on. That will be a keeper. Let's bring them in the boat, baby. All right, they only have to be 16. Alrighty, he makes the cut. It's a good fish. Heck yeah, I got a nice keeper snapper. I only need one more, then I can head in. This is a nice addition to the mangroves that I caught yesterday. So, and on the spinning tackle. Like I said, I tried to go tarpon fishing this morning, no success. I only brought the spinning tackle out and managed a nice keeper snapper. So these are great. We're gonna throw them on ice. I'm gonna put on one of these Fish Bites Fight Club lure. This is a 5-inch dirty boxer. Excellent bait for inshore fishing. Throwing one on this 1/2-ounce bucktail as my trailer. There we go. Now that's just a Spro 1/2-ounce bucktail jig, 50-pound fluorocarbon leader on 20-pound braid in my inshore setup. So I'm gonna toss this little bucktail jig and see if we can get one on the artificial this way. I always like to try different things and change the techniques up. Oh, dadgum. Yeah, got one on the first drop. As soon as I close the bail. That might be a keeper too. Nope. Well, that was cool. First drop with that bucktail jig. He's not gonna keep. So we're gonna let that one go. Try that again. I just dropped it down and I closed my bail and immediately hooked into one. Oh yeah, there's another one. Come on. That might be a keeper. If I can get him up. Come on. Dadgum, y'all. It's a good one. I just hope the dolphin does not get him. I hope it's a keeper because I'm ready to head in. Come on, buddy. Get up here. What is it? Is it a good fish? Ah, it's a big trigger. And triggerfish season is closed, so I cannot keep it. Dang. That would have been a good one. Oh, man. That would have been a keeper if the season was open. Look at that joker. On the jig with the fish bites. We're going to get him back. There we go. They shoot straight down for the bottom. Whew. And we're in shallow enough water, you don't have to vent them. So he took that lure off. Let me put on another fish bites lure and try that again. I was hoping that was a snapper, but now I know where to come for triggerfish season as well, because that was a good one. Man, that's incredibly fun. It's every drop. Oh, golly, y'all. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, every drop. I hope that's not another trigger, and I really hope it is a red snapper. Now you see me bend down with the rod because braid doesn't have any stretch, and so you want to pull this fish off the reef, but you also don't want to pull the hook out of its mouth either. So when it decides to do the run, I kind of use my body as a drag, and I believe that's another triggerfish. Yeah, wow. I'm coming back here for the season because that's another nice trigger fish. Oh my goodness. Golly. That is a beautiful trigger fish. I so wish I could keep this one right now, but that was on the jig and the Fish Bites Fight Club Dirty Boxer. What an amazing fish. Hopefully these are still here when the season opens and I can come and catch them. All right, time to send it back. Whew. Those things are wearing me down, but the jig's still held up. Luckily the soft plastic's still there because you can go through these a lot, but they are scented and they work great. I'm gonna retie my leader. I feel a little nick right there. Anytime you feel something different on your leader and it's not smooth, always retie because you never know when you're gonna hook into a giant on the next cast. So that's what I'm gonna do, and we'll get back down. That one was a good fight. It's like pulling up a stop sign off the bottom. A little bit better, whatever it is. Trigger fish. These are nice ones. That's a nice one too. That would be a keeper. Dadgum, he came up real easy too. I guess triggerfish cannot resist the fish bites. That's pretty crazy. Well, let's go ahead and head back in. That definitely sounds like a redundant sentence, but I am ready to go. Unfortunately, the fishing yesterday was very slow. We had a full moon. Any day after the full moon is normally going to be a very, very uneventful day for fishing, but you still go when you can. And now I'm getting nothing but triggerfish, which are cool to catch, but after a while, when you're sitting on a reef and you can't keep the species, there's really no need messing with them. So I am going to leave them, and I mark this spot as trigger 1 for when the season does open, and hopefully they're still here. The dolphin's out there playing. It just went down as soon as I turned the camera. And I'm not wanting to catch any other fish just to feed dolphin. There's no need to pull them off the reef. But I appreciate y'all for watching. If you enjoyed this content and you want to see more, don't forget to go hit that subscribe button down below if you aren't already. I try to link everything I use and all the companies the channel's partnered with down in the description below as well. Don't forget to drop a like and comment, but we will see you on the next Bama Saltwater fishing video. I want to thank the good Lord up above for everything he does for us, and we'll see you later.